Yep, there we are.
All right.
Hentai.
Hentai. No, welcome to C&C Bros.
Oh my goodness.
we're
Where we
We're
talk
talking
about
about-
hentai.
we're talking about
Oh
we
my
don't talk about
goodness.
hentai ever, except now.
Except right
we're-
now.
We're looking at this Anime News Network article that's breaking down like the viewing of hentai. It's Project H in different countries and states, and we're having a good old time. And before I get into it, I'm going to try and send this YouTube link to the group. Hey, there we are. Oh, what a nice thumbnail.
No,
Hmm.
like as much.
Oh,
as
it's
I
weird.
want
It's
you,
weird
I
hearing my
want you, like,
voice come out of a computer.
birthday,
So,
Christmas,
yeah.
and anniversary.
Okay, I posted it.
Alright.
The title of the video should have been hentai, hentai, hentai.
No, I'm actually. Well, no, I can't. I can't even say that. Never mind.
You won't get flagged on YouTube.
Well, no, I was going to be like, no, I'm actually trying to get a job, but then I remembered. Yeah,
You can't tell them that yet.
Hmm.
Can you not say where you're trying to get a job at?
I don't want to jinx it. I'm superstitious. Also, they have my email, so
My friend did part-time work for him.
really,
Yeah, he did.
nice.
I actually
Wait, what
read a
is
few
this?
of his panels. But anyway, before we get too deep into that,
I forgot to watch Iron Blooded Orphans today.
I did too, because that means it came out on Crunchyroll. So we're looking at this Anime News Network article, and oh, buddy. So basically, hentai stats for the entire U.S. and the world, and let's read it down, George.
All right. First off, countries that enjoy the most time. No, that spend the most time enjoying.
Oh, they
hentai.
enjoy the most time too.
Yeah. Estonia, Ireland, Slovenia, USA, and Denmark.
The oddest
This
ones
is so
on there
messed up.
to me are Estonia and Ireland, because I get Estonia,
I
kind
don't
of.
get Estonia. There's no way Estonia has internet. I don't believe it.
Places that have internet, they're looking at hentai because like everybody who's anybody gets.
All two cities?
Yeah. Everybody who's anybody gets gravitated towards Rule 34 or 43. What is it? Is it 43 or 34?
It's 34.
Okay. Anybody that's anybody just knows that that's a thing, and they go looking for it. So hentai naturally comes up, I guess. Ireland, though, I don't get Ireland. Why Ireland? Why the
dang.
Catholics? Why the Protestants?
I was about to win that battle.
Because
Is
we're
it-
prudes.
Is it Northern Ireland? Is it Southern Ireland?
It's obviously just Ireland. It wouldn't be
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
I know, but like I'm wondering like
because
where the greater
we're-
concentration is.
we're prudes, Brian.
Eh,
I don't believe you. First off, I've only dated Catholic women.
Really?
That's really.
I've only dated Catholic women.
Huh.
That's been a surprising trend in my life. So now you know. The USA is number 4, and I
Maybe you
don't
should change that up.
understand. Maybe I should. But the USA is number 4, which I get that, densely populated. But then you look at the states that watch the most hentai, and then it becomes a little bit more clear. And then Denmark, and I guess Denmark's cool. I don't really know why they'd want to look at some anime titties, but who doesn't? And then Anime News Network makes the point of adding the U.S. beat out Denmark by a very small margin. Okay,
2 chains.
so states that spend the most time enjoying hentai: Wyoming, Wisconsin, Hawaii, Alola, New York, and Missouri. I ain't never
Wait a
going
minute,
back
you-
to Missouri.
We ain't never going back to Missouri.
I fucking love that show. When did it get so bad? right around when Poof showed
It was
up.
like when Poof showed up.
Because that's when you know we're talking about Fairly Odd Parents, which is the most anime show I've ever seen. No,
No about
but
that.
I never go. I'm at Missouri though. So
Fair.
Pretty sure they.
I'm feel.
Anywho,
So what Project
How did
H
they vote
apparently
for Trump? He called them single-less. He's called them single-childless women who jerk off
hey,
to anime.
hey,
well, according to the
And
charts, Shelley,
now he's right.
it's true. According to the charts, that reporter, that Democratic reporter on whatever news channel it was, I think it was CNN, he was right because Project H has said that the infographic that they came up with said that hentai fans were overwhelmingly present in Trump voting states in the Bible Belt. They were right. We laughed at them, but they were right.
something numbers.
Oh God. I really thought that was funny. Because me and Shelly and George too, I guess, at some point, fucking laughed at that. It was crazy, and it was all over the fucking internet, and people were saying like, "Oh, anime liking people and titties and Trump," but it's true. We can't call them liars now. And then my personal favorite, top five tags used in the West to search for hentai. Number one's uncensored, which understandably so, I suppose, because we all know.
I was about to say, like,
It is to find uncensored hentai.
Not really, because some people just draw it in. Honestly, like I think that's honestly the thing. Like they don't remove the bars or anything. They just draw over them.
Yeah, they just put the little cell shaded, pixelated stuff.
Because I know, and I'm confessing my sins, I guess, on live stream. But when I was playing the Fate Stay Night visual novel, like all the arrow scenes that they had in there, those are drawn in by like just artists and people involved with the project to translate it.
And how long did you last?
Shut up.
Wow.
They weren't even that good, but I will say that the Sakura scenes were pretty good.
This took a dark turn, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it did. Like I said, I'm confessing my sins on stream. But no, like people just draw over them. Like it's not like you just go out into Photoshop or whatever and remove the censors. Like those are in there because they have to be, because Japan, like, by law cannot have like public nudity of like genitalia or of any kind. They can't have that showing because it's indecent because of post World War II U.S. sanctions and culture shock and breakdown, and even before then too.
Something did it to ourselves.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just after World War II. Like that definitely expedited. I think, but like, I think that I read or heard somewhere that like it happened like back when people were settling over in Japan or like trying to go over on like diplomatic missions and such, and the culture that they brought from the West was like, hey, you shouldn't be selling those pornographic like little cardboard like cutouts or whatever they had. I don't remember what they're called. There's a name for them.
Posters?
Sure.
Trading cards.
Fucking ancient Egyptian stone tablets that they sold on the street.
Hey, they can make a game out of that.
It would be killing. And then Konami would just give up on it.
Those bastards.
But no, that's been going on for a long time. It's just not the U.S. Not just the U.S. after World War II, but that definitely did push it. But yeah, number 2 on that top 5 is Paisery, which translated on Anime's news network again, a.k.a. mammary intercourse. We're getting a little bit racy here, ladies and gentlemen, so if you don't want to listen to this part of the podcast, just tune out, like do some crochet, read a Bible verse, come back to us when you're free of sin.
Right, and you shared it wrong. Supposed to show the picture of Trafalgar Law.
Hey, I didn't.
What is our thumbnail right now?
Our thumbnail is something that you put up, George.
I can't put up a thumbnail.
I don't know what it is.
Well, no, I take that back. I can put up a thumbnail,
Let me look at this on the
but I
subscriptions.
never do. So it's normally like one of our profile pictures.
The thumbnail's George.
Okay, our thumbnail. Yeah, thumbnail is Toon Link, Kanji, and I guess that's Sombra. There. In the
Oh,
yellow.
that's my YouTube banner. Because
Okay,
it's coming
so
from my
yeah,
channel.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You can still see Trafalgar Law in the little bit in the corner, though. So it doesn't matter.
He's somewhere.
And for anybody, we're doing matchups today, and George hasn't told us who he's matching up against Shelly, and we'll find out in a little bit. But no, Shelly has chosen Law. Like, he chose him immediately, and he's actually changed his profile image to be Law, flipping off the audience, and he'd hoped.
I didn't change him immediately. I put up a voting list on the IGN Anime group. And
You did?
Yeah, I put 5 characters up on there, and like 6 people voted, and the most votes was Trafalgar. Second was Neji.
Who else did you put up?
Law, Neji, Yusuke, Sesshomaru, and then Zeno Zoldyck.
Okay, I didn't expect Zeno, but I kept thinking Netero. But I actually would like to see a Netero fight soon. I might make up that one next time.
He's dead. Spoilers.
Spoilers, folks. Hunter x Hunter spoilers. So just tune out now. But anyway. Back to the tags. And then for number 3, we have Vanilla, which is just traditional,
I'm pretty sure
missionary,
that's just cream pie.
good whole. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Vanilla is just sweet, emotional sex.
I don't
That's
think so.
just nothing
you would
super
say that.
kinky. No,
That's
Shelly, it's
not-
nothing
Don't
super
put-
kinky.
Don't put words
That's
in their
what it is.
mouth.
No.
We're not putting words in their mouth for sure. Number
It's
4 is
because people are
tentacles.
scared, because kink shaming is like the new thing.
And tentacles is number 4, and I laughed at that because Vanilla, people want to feel good about themselves after they finish and not feel horrible like they would with tentacles. And tentacles is like the famous trope. So, and then you've got, how do you say that in Japanese, George? Number 5.
Let me go back to the tab. Netorare.
Netorare.
That's that
So,
awful
aka
stuff.
cuckolding, which is don't look that up on your own. Yes. So yes, don't look at that up at home, folks and ladies and gentlemen. But if you do know, you know, and inform your less informed viewers and friends. Share to them the dangers.
I should pull up the chat and comments.
Oh God, what do you have? Anyway, so that's our first topic, and I just wanted to go over that. And that, honest to God, was not the first topic that I came up with, but it's sure as hell the first one we started talking about. So, in other news, Bleach's replacement manga, and I say that loosely, has been canceled already.
Rip.
What?
And I don't even remember. Yeah, the manga that took Bleach's spot in Jump got canceled. It was not getting enough views. I have to remember the name. It was Red something, I think. I can't. Red Star, Red Stone, fucking. Well, it's in the For Neverworld video. I'm endorsing his channel here, but I'll find it.
Yeah, because he needs views.
He does need views. Everybody needs views. That's money. We need views. For God's sake, we need views.
What are those?
Oh God, what did you send to me? What did you send to us?
No, it's fun.
Hey, my birthday is on Friday. I want that.
This figure?
Yeah.
You don't even know who Risei is.
I don't need to. All I see is what I see, and that's what I need.
Do they have one
You know,
a
I
good one
think-
for August?
I think Shelly and I agree on something. Goodness, my birthday is next Tuesday, and I want one too, Brian.
All right, so you got to cough that shit up.
All right.
All right, well, that $150 I'll have to spend on this is going straight to my shattered fucking iPod.
You're
By the
spending
way,
too much money on an iPod, dude.
I'm not spending any money on it. That's a Christmas present, and it's an
I'm
unwilling
just saying you're
Christmas
spending
present.
too much money on an iPod. No one uses iPods anymore.
I do because I don't
Except
want to
for
get it.
DJs use them.
Okay, so let me defend myself here. I know I'm getting off topic because whatever. Anyway, so I don't want to carry around a Touch because a Touch is about as big as my phone. It's more upkeep. I'm gonna have to buy a screen for it, a protector for it.
Is this figure? Is she making the V side and like licking through it? Like,
good God, that's more lewd than I imagined.
I know. I was like, wow. I'm like clicking through these pictures.
She is 15.
Hard to believe she's already 15.
Yeah, oh God.
Like 18 in the current canon, but we won't know that till April.
So we gotta wait all the way till April.
P5
Wow, they actually put an
boys.
ash. They put an ash shot in here.
Persona 5
They
boys.
No, like Persona
Jordan,
5's
just
delayed,
click
and I just
she'll come up on an ash shot.
the only good thing to come out of that delay, and I've thought about it now, is that I have more time to put money towards the Take Your Heart edition because I was not going to get that, but now I'm getting that sweet ass OST.
Okay, cool thing. I already have a Dancing on That reset figure, so I would just put this one next to the other one on top of the Xbox One because I don't do anything else with it. At least not
You
until
have an Xbox
Scalebound.
One.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you get that discount from work?
No, I bought it off a friend.
Oh, okay, well, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I'm saying, did you buy it when you got a TV? Because they
Nah.
just giving those things away.
I do remember that. Best Buy does that every so few. Buy a TV, get an Xbox One, or buy an Xbox One and get a TV. However you want to call it.
Well, while we're talking about this, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Replay. Okay, hold on. Let me read it or watch it real fast.
Watch one.
Figure out this video and figure out what was the name of the manga. Come on.
Oh yeah, that is pertinent information.
Red Sprite. That's what it was.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's a terrible name.
Some of that dirt is
and
right. Huh.
To
I
be
have
fair,
not been.
Bleach is called Bleach and had nothing to do with Bleach. But
I mean, I know why. I know why it was called Bleach, though.
I mean, I know why too. But I'm just saying.
But because Kubo had a fetish with black and white.
I mean, same. Not even kidding.
It's true. Black and white make good color contrasts naturally.
Unless you're in the U.S.
Monochromatic color schemes.
Like your avatar.
Read the
Anyway. I haven't actually been reading any of the new stuff that's been coming out. Like, the manga that replaced Nisekoi, I've been wanting to read it, but I just haven't. It's not been on Manga Stream, and I don't want to. So.
Ooh, this is the perfect segue then. You haven't been reading a lot of stuff, but what have you been watching?
Oh,
Iron-Blooded Orphans. I have not followed through with my promise to myself that I would be watching Drifters. I kind of want to watch Yuri on Ice now, just to see all this gay hype that I'm hearing.
I need to
gay
watch
hype.
Drifters.
But yeah, Drifters. That's on my list. I want to watch March Comes In Like a Lion because that looks really fucking cute. Hold on. Let me take off Jontron.
I think I'll wait around for February Smashes Your Head In.
That's true. Because Berserk's coming back in January or February, I think. I haven't heard anything, though, but I imagine we will the closer we get to Christmas. Uh, and then I'll finally get to see the Berserker armor.
Maybe.
Unable to access online features. Well, ain't that a bitch?
Young PS4.
Yep. Oh no,
Rip.
there I can't look at the updated list, but I can look at the popular list. That doesn't make a fucking hill of sense. I've given up on JoJo's. I've not been watching it. I'll probably go back and watch the fights that are liked in the manga, but I've just not. I've not watched the. I haven't even finished the ending of like Sheer Heart Attack in that fight, and that was like one of my favorite fights in the entire Part 4. Did not like the final fight of Part 4, and a lot of people will disagree with me. I know there's one guy on the IGN group, like especially, that's like super hyped about it. Was not a fan. It was kind of lame, and I know why it was lame.
Go on.
Because you can't ever have anything on the scale of Dio again, because Dio was just broken, pure and simple. And the fact that you have Jotaro, who's got like a little bit of that brokenness. Kira, even with his broken ass like ability that we just found out, like he can like send people back in time, and he can like reset time if you like tell anybody about his identity or his stand ability or whatever it was. Even though he's got that like basically infinite lives and infinite chances to like make things work, he still can't get out of getting his ass beat. And he'll still lose. And the fact that like, the final fight was between him and like one specific character for the majority of the time, because that was the only way to make it fair. Because if any of the other people had like come in with their stands and their broken ass abilities, like it would have been over instantly, and we see that actually happen later on in the fight. Like just the fact that like sheer numbers make all the difference at one point. But I was not a fan of that final fight. I like the build up to it though. The build up was great because I thought that Rohan died, and I was super fucking upset when I read that. Because like, dude, this isn't fair. I'm hating my life right now. I can't go through another Kakyoin and Abdul and Iggy. Oh, Iggy especially killed me because Iggy became like one of my favorite characters after a Pet Shop.
I think to boil it down, nobody wants to relive Part 3. I think that's a general consensus.
And yeah, like Part 3 could stay where it is like Fist of the North Star-esque. Did she hate it, Part 3? Did she finish it?
Drew thought it'd be better if she just skipped over and didn't go through the...
I know you like... I don't... Can you guys hear? Can the stream hear, Caitlin?
Yeah.
Part 4
okay. Did you watch any of Part 3, Caitlin? She can't hear me.
She can't. Well...
You watched the ending of it, hopefully.
I got further. With her, she got to where they scooped up Polnareff.
You should have just made her watch like all of Dio's mansion. Like those are the only fights that matter.
I tried to run her through Antfish's Abridged because he abridged the Stardust OVA. And she fell asleep.
Anyway, I need to catch up on Keijo because I've been kind of letting that go. I want to watch Kiss Him, Not Me, because that looks funny as hell.
I talked to my manager about that one.
I thought you were about to say Kiss
and, no, they won't have that on Crunchyroll. And then I want to watch The Last Witch, Izetta the Last Witch, because that looks pretty cool, pretty dope. Because anything like in World War I, like I appreciate. Nothing else really. Like Occultic 9 looks dumb. I don't like Haikyuu, or I haven't watched Haikyuu. I don't know if I like it or not, but I just don't want to right now. I need to watch Digimon Try finally.
I
Yeah,
need
you
to
do.
catch up because I've been watching. I'm just behind.
Because that third set is definitely the best episode so far.
Bungo Stray Dogs looks okay, but I might not watch that this season. I'll probably come back another time when I'm bored and just marathon it. Because that's the thing about like watching anime by season, because like you've just got like 5 different series you want to watch and catch up on, and it sucks because like I say it sucks. We've had too many good and interesting looking anime lately, so I just haven't had enough time to like sit my ass down and actually watch it. And I'm going to lose more of that time too because 15's coming out tomorrow night. And I'm selling my soul to Satan for that. So, well, not
I mean,
not
you
literally,
don't got
but
to do all that. Just sell it to
I'm
Tabata.
Tabata can get it.
Oh,
No, I'm not actually selling my soul to Satan, people. But you know what I mean. Like, I'm going to be absorbed in that, and that's going to take up all my time. Like, my parents like know that I'm getting it. And they're like, "Are you actually going to call in sick for work?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't. I really can't. Not at my job because I just took a day off because we had a funeral I had to go to, and I wasn't going to miss that. I was in the funeral, so I can't." In good conscience, I can't probably even pull it off because my supervisor isn't even at the office now. Like, she's out after surgery.
I mean,
So,
also you work with your mom, like
no, I don't. I work at a completely different location than my mom.
you're not at the thing anymore.
No, I still
Uh,
work for the same company. I just work at a different location. She does accounts payable and payroll.
Ah,
I do direct provided service.
okay.
But
I called off yesterday.
if I was at a different job, I would have called off for Tuesday.
I mean, it didn't bother
Yeah,
me.
I
I was in overtime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I work 5 hours a day, like every weekday for this first job, and then my second job at the first store, it's gonna kick my ass this summer because, or not this summer, this winter, because the hours get unbelievably stupid, but also more money coming in, but less time playing 15 and sleeping. So it balances out.
Speaking of
The
15,
good news is yeah.
all of it's just on YouTube now.
Oh, is it?
All
Really?
of it is.
Well, I mean, people who got their people who
Because
paid
people have
like
had copies for weeks.
yeah, people who like paid 6 human souls to get like that. This is a lot of stuff, but you're gonna buy it anyway. Edition from Square Enix got theirs in like
Yesterday.
as far back as before that. My friend's his actually came in like the other day, 2-3 days ago. He just only got a hold of it yesterday because you saw on my Snapchat where he was opening the box and everything.
I didn't even look at it.
Bro, that Noctis figure looks good.
I looked at the figure from someone in the group. They put up the figure, and it looks fucking beautiful. But I can't.
Really? Awesome.
What's happening?
I'm being
Anyway.
abused.
Okay. I've been terrified of Tumblr, and I've been terrified of YouTube, and so basically, what I don't watch anything 15 related on YouTube. Like ever since IGN started putting out like, here's this one monster you can like kill in 15. This is what this looks like in game. I haven't been watching any trailers since like the last trailer I watched was the Omen trailer.
Well, honestly, I don't have to worry about Tumblr because aside from like you, my friend Chris, and my friend Haley, like nobody shares anything 15 related for real. So
see, I'm on a fandom blog. I run a fandom blog, so everything I follow like will cover Square Enix shit. And so I'm going to be seeing a lot of it if I went on. So I've just been.
That sounds like a poor career decision, then, doesn't it?
It was a poor career decision, but you know what? I'm running it, and I love it. I should have just been a porn blog instead.
But then you get spoiled on that.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta find out what happens next time when Double DZ.
Oh,
I was trying to come up with a joke, but it was great. It was terrible. Anyway,
it was stupid.
I'm terrified of leaks. People are getting crazy about these leaks. Like, they're losing their minds that other people have what they don't. Like, there was a guy that posted in the group. God bless him. I told him that I don't kill him, but I'd send him to the Shadow Realm. I told him that I'd send him to the Shadow Realm if he spoiled me, and I was just being tongue-in-cheek about it, but, like, there are some people in those comments, I was like, good God, these people are mad and petty, and, like, you can't help that someone's, like, gotten a game that's broken street date. I mean, some people have had this game for, like, months now, and just known what's happening, and people have been exposed to leaks, like, within the company. Family members have gotten early access to information, I'm sure, but have not been able to share anything. Like, people know about this. They haven't said anything, though. And now the closer we get to, like, not ground zero, fucking the final days, or final day now, I guess, of 15 not being released, like, people are getting brave enough to show that they've gotten leaked copies, and people are fucking losing their minds. And I almost lost my mind, because I was like, God, I just need it. I need my fix, but nothing and nothing. Chat, group, viewers, whatever. Nothing will ever make me as, like, hopelessly addicted as Birth by Sleep did when it came out. Because I legitimately had, like, mild withdrawal symptoms and self-induced nausea, anxiety. I had the jitters. I got myself cold, like, just thinking about it, wanting it. It was legitimately like a fix that I needed when Birth by Sleep came out, because I was so excited to play, like, the history of Kingdom Hearts and learn the lore and play 3 different characters. And I thought this game was going to be the fucking bee's knees. It was the bee's knees, but it wasn't all the bees. There's still a little bit of them.
Or all the knees. There's something wrong with you.
I know, and I've never been that just distraught about not getting a game, like, right then and there. Nothing else has made me even remotely that excited. The last time I got super hyped for a game was Phantom Pain, and Phantom Pain was a letdown. It was a good game, but it was still a letdown. I won't ever forget getting burned like that. That game, like, killed the hype train for me. I was not that excited for Pokemon because I didn't even know if I wanted to play Sun and Moon. I just got it out of obligation, I think. But so far, I've been having, like, the fucking most fun with this game.
Attaboy, buy it because you will anyway.
Well, I mean, I'm just dicking around in it. Like, I'm not taking it seriously at all. Like, I just now got to the 3rd island, and I almost got bodied by a fucking Psychic Raichu that spam Psychic. My entire team is, like, similar level to that Raichu, and yet I had nothing to counter it because it outsped and it outspecialed me in every Pokemon. I don't even know who killed it. It was oh god, 2nd tier evolution for Rowlet. I can't remember his name. Dartrix. He was the one that actually ended up killing the Raichu because the Raichu would not stop spamming Psychic.
That yawn hit me. I, for one, actually can't wait for Tuesday.
15?
Yes.
Oh no, I'm so excited. And I won't have any work that night. As soon as I get home from my first job, like, I'm going to GameStop if they don't do a midnight release, which they haven't called me yet about a midnight release, so I don't think they're doing one.
They're not going to do one.
They're not? That's sad.
Wait, a midnight release for what?
You need like a minimum of 75 pre-orders in order to do something like that. 75 people in your area did not pre-order Final Fantasy 15.
That's true.
Brian, you have to realize that Final Fantasy is still a niche game.
It is now. It used to not be. Because it used to be hot shit. but I think that it's gotten more interest in it because of 15. And some people, it's gotten more hate too, but I think that the people who have hated it for no reason haven't been paying that close of attention to it. And once they hear the glowing reviews and that people saying that Final Fantasy's back, they're going to love it. Because, like, from what I've heard from people that have gotten their hands on this game and have played it, they said that it's just about worth the 10-year wait. Like, it's that good that it has scratched that itch that people have been wanting.
I'm not giving it the expectation of 10 years. I'm willing to give it 5.
Oh, no, like, nothing's worth 10 years. Nothing.
Well,
it won't ever be... Go ahead.
Well, it's not like as a consolation prize or anything. I'm willing to give it 5 because, mind you, halfway through development, like...
They had to go to a new console.
It became an entirely different game.
Yeah, like that game won't ever be what I wanted it to be. It won't ever be Versus 13 because Versus
13 is never coming out.
Versus 13 was a completely different premise. It was connected to a mythology that I was interested and invested in.
I wish
and
it had kept that.
They kept elements of it from what I hear, but it's not directly connected to the...
15 is no longer a part of the Fabula Nova Crystallis. So
it's no longer a part of it, but they still kept like early design elements from it. Like they still have like the key goddess. It's just not Etro on the front cover anymore. It's just a different one. They reskinned her. It's a reskinned Etro.
Still salty.
And I know like that mythology was dope as fuck, and people didn't understand it, but I loved it because I ate that shit for breakfast.
Bruh, I was about to play the 13 trilogy for that. I really was. I was like, man, I'm going to get 15, but man, I'm so lost on the lore. Well, time to finish 13 and then play the other 2. Well,
I played the 13 trilogy a year ago.
And play Lightning Returns. I wasn't going to play 13 too. You couldn't pay your boy. But, next stream, after 15... After I get done jizzing over 15 with you guys, that's a topic. That's a topic that I will lead with George. The futility and the strengths of Final Fantasy 13 and the 13 trilogy, because oh boy, I really that too. Like the Fabula Nova Crystallis like as a whole. Because I did recently, well, not recently, like a year and a half ago, I played all 3 of those games, like back to back. I got the platinums in 2 of them. I have that 13 platinum. That took blood, sweat, and tears, and at least a month worth of just useless, not useless, but just grinding, and it felt like I was making no progress, but I just did it to do it. And you know what? I still love that game. I still love 13. And it's one of those things I can't explain, but I'm not going to try to on the stream. But yeah, 15... It's out Tuesday. It's out Tuesday. It's going to be fun. I've heard nothing but good praise from it. And this is my personal opinion. I won't be satisfied if 15 doesn't get below. If it gets below an 8, I won't be satisfied. It needs to be at least an 8 or above. I'm expecting a 9, like optimistically, but realistically, like an 8.5, 8.7. Remember what Conan said.
Conan doesn't play games.
Wait, what did Conan say?
Conan hated it. Conan shat on
He
it.
drug that game through the dirt.
He asked, why is this a game?
To be fair, Conan liked Injustice Gods Among Us. So...
But he knows the characters, though. He knows those characters.
I feel you.
Now, see, I don't value his opinion because I know what it is. It was for a comedy sketch. He doesn't like a lot of games. A lot of games don't make sense to him. It's for his reactions get a rise out of the audience, and people like it generates interest for his show. But that's fine. I understand that business. It hurt a little bit more personally to me that Elijah Wood said that he didn't like it either.
Now, come on, Elijah Wood knows what he's talking about.
He doesn't. But I know that he's a gamer too. So that hurt me.
He knows what he's talking about. He's Elijah Wood.
But anyway, everybody has different tastes. Everybody has different opinions. I still think that the people who are hating on this game have not given it a chance, and that as soon as good reviews come in, people are going to look at it and they're like, I want to fucking play this shit.
Brian, why do you care about what the reviews say?
I don't care about what the reviews
Play
say. I
the
just
game the way you want to.
I know, but I want it to look good to other people. I know that it's going to be good. I have every faith that it's going to be a great game. But
Final Fantasy the Phantom Pain.
No, fucking don't do this to me.
That game was rated way too high.
Phantom Pain.
Phantom Pain?
Yeah, it was. In my opinion, it was.
That game was rated way too high.
An 8.5 would be an accurate summation of what I would have given a Phantom Pain. Because it's not finished.
I feel like Phantom Pain got the rating for the game it was originally intended to be. But
and then
what we ended up getting wasn't... Yeah.
I'm so salty about that because I won't ever get that game back because I've never been so excited for a trailer in my life. That Phantom Pain trailer from 2013 was hype as shit. I still play that, and just imagine that game will come out one day, and I won't ever get it though.
Hey, that's like us hoping that The Last Guardian gets like a 10.
It won't.
If The Last Guardian gets a 6.5 or a 7, it's a success.
I'm surprised that it still has interest. Like, people are still wanting to buy it.
Interest because it's been delayed for 10 years.
That's why 15 has interest too, but it's also Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but no one makes jokes about it like Last Guardian.
You're underestimating 15's staying power.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
That game's been memed into the ground.
I've seen no memes about Final Fantasy 15.
Of course you haven't. You haven't gone looking.
Brian, I should have to go looking.
You just told me that it was a niche game. So if it's a niche game, then you should find niche memes. Anyway.
I'm going to kick you in the throat.
I almost want to do like a live reaction of me unboxing it. And I swear to God, while I do it, I'm gonna have Somnus playing in the background.
You better have Somnus playing in the background.
Not like this new menu music. I'm talking OG Dramatica Somnus with that sexy, like, drunken lady vocals. Speaking those Latin lyrics
right now, like, hold up.
It needs to be OG Somnus.
I'll tell you what I did in Platinum Demo.
What?
They're like, yeah, you can name your carbuncle whatever you want, and it'll show up in the real game. I named that Joker Somnus.
I named him Merowim.
Yeah, see, I don't know what you did. You doing some stuff. But...
Shelly knew what I was going to do, too. He's like, why don't you name it Merowim? And I already did.
You name everything Merowim, so I wasn't surprised. So
no, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Anything that's like a turtle, I name Merowim.
Anything that's like a turtle, you should name Squirtle.
Why would I name a Pokemon Squirtle if it's not a Squirtle?
Come on. Everything's a Squirtle.
Oh
my goodness.
Tortega? What's his name? Torterra?
There's Torterra, but then there's also Tortuga.
I'm thinking Tortuga from fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I mean, there's one whose name is based on Tortuga, but it's like a corruption of it.
There's a Torkoal.
There is Torkoal.
He could be Merowim, too.
No, he's Torkoal. But I actually like Torkoal.
But I wouldn't name a Torkoal Squirtle. So, yeah, final thoughts. Like, what are you thinking, George? What are you feeling? I'm hype. I'm buying it as soon as I get off work. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to love it. I'm going to watch. I don't know if I want to watch Kingsglaive first or not. I actually might do that. I might plug in Kingsglaive and while the update's going. Because we're getting that day one patch.
Oh, no, let me tell you. No, because it got delayed to prevent a big day one patch. But as a result, I can tell you from watching Matt unbox his.
No, there's going to be a day one patch.
The game. Listen to me, boy. The game is going to be 70 gigs off disc already.
Holy mother of God!
And
The Witcher 3 is 59 gigs.
There was
The
a patch, but it's not like you're making it sound like to be. It was only like maybe 3 or so gigs, honestly.
But we're getting
Something
another
like
big
that.
patch though, because what I read is it's gonna like add scenes from Kingsglaive to make the narrative like flow a little bit better.
Disgusting.
Um,
I mean, we're not getting that day one though.
no, we
Is
are. We are. It's called the Crown patch or Crown update. It adds adds new items, new story updates, which is
Sabato,
namely
why
the
you do
King's.
this?
Aren't you glad they're just now finishing the game?
No, see that I told people because this girl and I on the group were about to get into it because I called Square Enix like lying bastards, being cheeky, but like she's like no, like this and this and this. They already made the game. Like the patch they're releasing isn't for tuning up the game. It's just story content. I was like, no, I promise you, they're not done patching it and tweaking it yet. They will continue to balance it for about 6 months after release too.
Well, on the bright side, I have to buy Uncharted 4 again.
Why?
Why?
Because they're doing that story DLC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So now I have to go buy Uncharted 4 again.
Let me look up the Crown update. That is not what I was looking for.
The DLC's free. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, Final Fantasy 15 Crown update showcased and final pre-release of Active Time report. An Omen trailer inspired action added to the main game. A new action where Noctis does a drop kick after throwing his dagger has been added.
What?
And I know, right? They were like, "Hey, this is cool. Let's put it in the game."
Hey George, did you like the stream on YouTube? Did you press the thumbs up button?
I did not.
We have views.
Oh shit! Someone gave us a thumbs up.
Somebody gave us a like.
Because we have two.
You.
Someone did it, and then I did it. So hey.
Thank you, Mickey. It was probably Mickey.
I did tell one of my friends to retweet it, so I don't know.
Thank you, Shelly's friend. It was probably Shelly's friend.
Thank you, Shelly's friend.
I doubt it. She's not listening.
Going down the list of the update, an action where Noctis escapes the area by jumping after throwing magic at short range has been added. So it's a jump back. It's an auto jump back.
This is all kind of nonsensical. Not that it's not going to look cool when we get it, but the reason we got this game literally an entire month later
is because they were making shit. Well, what I had heard is like the update that there was a lot of like area glitches. They were trying to like nothing game breaking, but stuff that just took away from the experience that they were trying to sort out. But I also think it's because they were adding support for the pro, and they were adding that multiplayer that they had been thinking about because that multiplayer was not in the works.
Wait, there's a multiplayer in it?
There's
going to make
what do you
in
do?
This.
They declared that after Omen.
It's going to be online multiplayer. You play as different characters in it and doing missions, I suppose.
That sounds like Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Not at all, but all right. Whatever helps you sleep.
That sounds like Overwatch.
The wait mode exclusive ability calls added. The game tempo has been enhanced by increasing the speed of Libra, which lets you check the enemy's information, which is nice, I suppose. The wait gauge slowly decreases while in wait mode.
Libra.
But you can restore the gauge by defeating enemies. If you attack an enemy who isn't targeting you, a surprise attack may be triggered. Successful surprise attacks tend to result in easy destruction of body parts. If you attack an enemy with little HP, you may be able to deal even greater damage. So like an instant kill. red light makes it easier to understand Noctis's HP situation, so they added a flashing red gradient effect to the screen.
Oh, does it make that sound?
No, I
You know
hope
that
not.
sound I'm talking about.
Not that
You're
fucking
about to die in
KH siren.
Yeah.
But instead of around the HP bar, it's just the whole screen. So basically, when you only have a little bit of HP remaining, the corners of the screen will flash red. The stronger the color of the red, the more critical the situation. So basically, Call of Duty. A whistle that can we get an enemy whistle. This is a new item. A whistle that can summon monsters. If you blow it, there's a big chance that the monsters in the surrounding area will show up. You'll get the enemy whistle when the story progresses to a certain point. Improved motions during MP burst. Staggered movements during MP bursts have been eliminated. Attempting to shift during an MP burst will result in a failed motion. So you can't do that. Shifts outside of battle and the music player. Using shift to move outside of battle is now possible. So basically, I guess that's throwing your weapon to like hang off of like a ledge, and you can use that to get out of an encounter. A music player that lets you listen to music while walking has been added. Oh, God, that's gonna be great. Because
so we
then
are Phantom Pain.
Yeah, we can listen to I can listen to God and Fire while I'm fighting monsters in game, and I don't have to use my iPod.
Does it confirm a playlist?
You didn't have to use your iPod to begin with.
I'll look up that next.
Right. You actually didn't have to use your iPod to begin with.
That's what I meant. But like, I used my flash drive.
But you could have used your flash drive anyway.
I was already using my flash drive. I don't ever use my iPod with my PlayStation 4. I just said something.
Time to go read these patch notes.
I'll give you the playlist of the radio stations in a little bit. Because IGN made a joke about, like, repeating Aerith's theme, like, on repeat. I was like, why the fuck would you play the game while you're driving with that sad-ass, like, music playing? Because it's not that good, damn. The music player operates the same as the Regalia's car radio. It should be noted that the basic battle music is played in battle. The music player can be purchased at the shop. So yeah,
I don't get my news from IGN anymore.
I mean, no, you moved on to bigger, better things. I mean, I still like
they're really slow about it.
I watched like some of their.
I don't watch any of it.
I watch some of their tidbits, but I don't like. I usually go to the site. I don't like watch their YouTube videos that they put on. I don't even know why I'm subscribed to them. Honestly.
The site's worse. To be honest,
a gallery featuring all 103 of Ignis's cuisines and all 100 types of fish. By the way, that trophy list, the getting all 103 and 100 types of fish, that is a part of the trophy, getting the platinum. But it seems like an easy platinum. At first glance, it could be like the 13 trophy, where it takes you about like 200 hours to get the fucking platinum.
Glad I don't platinum games.
Fuck me, fam. In the fish gallery,
sarcastically, I'm just glad I don't platinum games.
In the fish gallery, you can check the sizes of the fish, the amount of fish you caught, as well as where and at what time of day when you caught them. So I guess that's convenient. More features for the Regalia. You can now check the map during auto drive without halting the progression. That's actually very helpful. And they show it in a screenshot. Like, it just shows you, like, it's basically like you're face camming the car, and you could still see where you're going in the car. But you have the greater map and the greater part of the camera showing as well. You can now shop while traveling in the Regalia. That's odd, but I guess you're just online shopping, I guess. Event scenes from Kingsglaive and the Omen trailer added. Added scenes that could not be put onto the main disc due to capacity issues. For example, the Omen trailer has been put in the game as a nightmare scene by Noctis. So, thanks, I guess? Other features improved.
But we've already seen it.
Other features improved, and here's where I'm getting into like where that girl was trying to damage control for Square. No offense on you. Like, I understand. I've been in your position. I've wanted Square to succeed, and I've sucked Square's dick so many times, and it's not even funny. You still do it probably. Even currently sometimes when I let them get away with it. But anyway, other features improved.
Bug fixes. Most of the bugs that were seen in the Judgment Disc demo have been fixed. Improvements and regulations to make the game more enjoyable. Camera adjustments for narrow locations, etc. Improvements to the main story, which that makes no goddamn sense to me, but whatever. Improvements to the beginnings of chapters, changes to the state of the town based on your progression of the story. More things can be examined. Presentations have been added to convey the situation of the invading Niflheim army. So it's basically like in The Witcher 3, like they'll give you like the rundown every time you move to a new area. They'll like give you like last time on Dragon Ball Z kind of deal. The atmosphere changes based on the state of the world. Alright, well that makes more sense, I guess. Side elements have been improved. The previously detailed gallery has been added, etc. The battle against the Leviathan has been improved. Reactions and damage presentation. Which I haven't seen shit about that, so I've just been avoiding it. And that was it. And quickly, while I'm thinking about it, Final Fantasy 15 playlist. Car playlist.
Well, the car radio playlist, I take it the music player will just play whatever is
You can change the station and like what song you want to listen to.
Well, no, I was gonna say I take it the field music player is just gonna play whatever normally would in the car.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, and it's only for walking. Like the battle music will switch on if you get into an encounter. Here's all. Okay, so from basically all of the Final Fantasy OST, like the original, a good number, I think, all of the Final Fantasy 2 OST, some select tracks from Final Fantasy 3. Some select tracks from Final Fantasy IV, which I guess is most of them. Maybe not all of it. So I'll be able to listen to Theme of Love in the car. Or the Red Wings. The Red Wings is so fucking good. You select tracks from Final Fantasy V. You select tracks from Final Fantasy VI. It does not include the opera song from Final Fantasy VI, so sucks to suck. It does have Dancing Mad, though, but I don't know like where it starts, because that's like a fucking 12-minute song. Some tracks from Final Fantasy VII. All the ones you expect to be on it are there. Highwind Takes to the Skies will be on repeat. Final Fantasy VIII OST stuff. Final Fantasy IX OST stuff. Final Fantasy IX OST like selections are weird. What's going to be from 8?
What's going to be
The
from
Castle, 8? Ride On, Liberi Fatale, Balam Garden, Don't Be Afraid. And these are like the OG tracks. These aren't remastered.
Okay.
Man with the Machine Gun, Force Your Way. I'll be able to listen to Force Your Way. Yes, I love Force Your Way. Maybe I'm a Lion's in
Man
there.
with the Machine Gun. That's all I wanted.
Man with the Machine Gun and Maybe I'm a Lion are like the ones that I'm here for. And maybe the Oath while I'm just riding around. I'll be able to listen to Not Alone from Final Fantasy IX. And that's going to be fun as shit. And then Roses of May. They added, like, from Final Fantasy IX, the OST Plus, they added 2 tracks. Dagger Cuts Her Hair, and then the main, which I guess is the main theme. I don't know. But those are, like, 20-second tracks, and I have no idea why they're in here. The Final Fantasy X soundtrack, we get A Fleeting Dream, Fight with Seymour, and I'm just naming a few of them. That's not all of them. A Contest of Aeons, Assault is in there. So I'll be able to listen to Assault in the car. They've got some 11 tracks.
Because out of the 10, I actually want like the remastered stuff from the 10 to HD. Because
there's only like 2 tracks in 10 that sound better on the original, and that's the Via Purifico and Into Darkness.
I dig Assault and Final Battle. Like, oh my goodness.
I never liked Final Battle, but Assault's my favorite, like one of my favorite tracks from that game, besides A Fleeting Dream. Or Someday the Dream Must End, if you look at like the original OST translations, which are always nice.
Yep.
And then we've got tracks from like each of the expansions and like the original OG 11 game, and then like a few select tracks from the expansions. Like there's only one from fucking Chains of Promethea. It's called A New Horizon. Tavnazian Archipelago. And then you've got Iron Colossus Ragnarok from like Wings of the Goddess shit. Final Fantasy XI soundtrack plus 2 songs for that. Melodies Errant, Shinryu. And then we've got
Don't have to skip to 13 though.
No, 12. You need to listen to fucking Struggle for Freedom from 12. That's going to be on repeat in the final parts of this game. I fucking love Struggle for Freedom.
Skip to 13. Though.
Okay. The Promise.
I just need you to see.
The Promise, Defiers of Fate. I'm listing all of them.
Nah.
Saber's Edge.
That's it right
Blinded
there.
by Light. Blinded by Light. Lightning's Theme. Desperate Struggle. Fighting Fate. Nascent Requiem. March of the Dreadnoughts. The Gapra Whitewood, which I hate that track. Don't ever listen to that. The Archulite Step. And then Dust to Dust. I love Dust to Dust. Before Meteor, Final Fantasy XIV original soundtrack. That's fine. They've only got one track from the OG 14, and it's called Fallen Angel. the rest of
nobody play it, right?
the rest of them come from fucking A Realm Reborn. And then we've got
That's
some
got a
tracks.
like Masayoshi Selkin is that dude.
They've got some tracks from Final Fantasy Type 0. We Have Come, Worth 1,000, Tempest Finis, I love that one, Vermilion Fire, Colorful, Falling in Love, Soar, War, The White Weapon, and The Earth Under Our Feet.
Jesus,
And
Brian,
then they've
for time
got-
constraints, do not read Dissidia. Don't.
All of the
Go sh-
almost
go
all of
sh-
the remake.
Yeah. Go straight to
Yeah, like-
Duodecim. Matter of fact, they have
Duodecim-
and God and Fire.
They have Cantata Mortis and God and Fire, and then they've got
Yeah.
all of the rearranged tracks. And they even have the final trailer music from it. That was what made me so happy. It's like they have the Dissidia Duodecim final trailer music. That's so good. I love that trailer music. But that was why I was so excited, because like, they literally just dumped the entire Dissidia and Duodecim soundtracks into this game. And they're so good. I love those soundtracks. I have them all over my iPod.
Everything else is 15 original, including stuff from Kingsglaive and Injustice Monsters 5, which is
Yeah.
that
The little arcade game.
in-game arcade game. It's also available for mobile.
And then they've got stuff from Kingsglaive, which I haven't seen yet. I need to. And then, yeah, that's it. And that topic lasted a hell of a lot longer than I wanted it to, but I had fun talking about it. But
I saw the Dissidia list and was like, look, no, we got to run over this. Like,
no, like, I was going to skip over it because I knew like it's everything. It's basically everything. Okay, so next topic. Shelly, you can come back. Shelly, where'd you go? Shelly?
we lost them.
Is he here?
Oh!
What games made you sad or cry? Smooth transition.
Games don't do that to me.
Smooth. You've never had a game that made you sad or want to cry or actually cry. Because I'll go first. I'll go first, man. Okay, so I got like 3 right off the bat. I got super emotional at the end of 2. After I replayed Lightning Returns the second time, after replaying the entire trilogy, like the entire like summer of 2015, I got teary-eyed at the very end of the game. Like it made me emotional, and a few tears were shed. But the game that broke me in fucking half, because I'd already been spoiled at Snake Eater, so you can't even try and ask about it. But the game that broke me in fucking pieces was Type 0. Type 0 made me weep like a grown, like a little fucking baby, like a grown-ass man weeping like a little kid. It destroyed my life. Because I didn't expect it to happen. Because I went into that game blind. I know nothing. And then at the end, I'm just like, no! God, no! And then that's not even the real ending of the game, because you have to like, well, it's the real ending of the game, but like you unlock more story, plot, and details like the more times you beat it, because it's one of those new game plus bullshit kind of things. And I've never done that, but like the original vanilla ending, I guess, to Type 0, and I know it's the true ending, is so fucking sad, dude. George knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shelly, you go next, because I want to hear your bullshit answers.
Dude, no game has ever made me like sad like that.
Really?
I can appreciate a good story, but there is no game that ever made me sad like that. No.
What game had the what game had the moment that made you go, all right, if it didn't make you sad, at least make you go, wow, that's pretty messed up.
I don't know.
Poison. Duh.
Poison.
Oh no, maybe The Last of Us.
That game frustrated me.
Probably the end when Joel killed everyone. Spoilers. Oh no. You know what? No. If you haven't already played the game and you don't know the story, that's all.
Yeah, the game's been out for like 3 years now. It's time.
When Joel killed everyone to save Ellie and told Ellie
Anyway, in the fucking hospital.
Yeah, and told Ellie that there was no cure and there was no way to do this.
And she's like, "You're not bullshitting me, right?"
Yeah,
it's like, "No, I'm not bullshitting you."
Right? You're like, no.
Nah.
And then the game ends, and that's where the game ends.
That game frustrated the hell out of me. Like, it just made me, because I liked what happened, but I also did not like what happened, and that's the point of it. So it was a good game. Like, the story took me places that I didn't think I would want to go, but it did, and I enjoyed the ride. Much better than The Walking Dead. Much better. Much better.
You mean like the show or the game?
No, the show.
Oh, okay.
The game's amazing. Like,
We're not talking about Survival Instinct, people.
oh yeah, that was another game that made me sad. Walking Dead Season 1. I had tears in my eyes. Shelly knows. He watched me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you know what? The Walking Dead Season 1. I forgot I played that.
And I'll also add Metal Gear
actually,
Solid 4.
Walking Dead Season 2 a little bit. I love Clementine.
Everyone loves Clementine. They kind of have to at this point.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
They play her the way that they want to. They have to like her.
That sounded weird.
I played as characters I've hated.
I have too.
I play as Sora.
I have too.
Okay.
I like Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. I like Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora. Dream Drop Sora can go die in a ditch.
What's the difference?
Dream Drop Sora is like intentionally like dummied down for the sake, like that was the game. I think they decided we're gonna make him more stupid than he should be to like make him relatable to like a wider audience, because they can't have him learning from his.
You don't.
He can't. They can't have him learning from his mistakes, so he just got really fucking stupid. I've also played as Terra. Oh boy. Terra. Those were dark times. No pun intended.
Whoa.
What you
That's
doing,
it.
George? Yeah?
That wasn't me. That's why I'm like,
Was that
whoa.
you, Shelly?
It may have been.
What the hell did you do?
I was playing with my headset a little bit.
Dude, Dude, don't do that.
I forgot that this button controlled the mic.
You dumbass. Okay, so what about you, George?
In a similar vein, I don't think I found myself like legitimately sad at the end of anything. Lord knows how long it's been since I've, finished a game because my backlog is outrageous and I'm trying to play everything at once.
Same.
I guess legitimately the time where I was the most like wrapped up in the moment was probably Dream Drop when I had to fight Shion and then I offed Shion.
That's not Dream Drop.
Not Dream Drop, Days. You were talking about Dream Drop, so
I'm pretty sure that was the first Naruto Shippuden movie.
I mean, yeah.
They should have made her canon.
God, she should have been canon.
She should have been canon. I kind of liked her.
Yeah.
Honestly, she looked like a white-haired Hinata.
Honestly, did she have Laura Bailey's voice?
I don't know.
Because if so, that was Laura Bailey and that was Rise, so I can dig it. Not because she's Rise, because she's Sarah.
Sure.
That was honestly the reason why I started liking Laura Bailey's shit, was because she was Sarah.
And then,
You mean because she was Lucina?
Sarah.
Lucina.
Sarah.
Rise.
Chi-Chi.
No, she was not Chi-Chi. Oh,
You're going to tell me
God.
Laura Bailey wasn't Chi-Chi.
Oh, yeah, she was little Chi-Chi. She wasn't adult Chi-Chi.
Still counts.
Oh, did you watch that new episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
No. Oh, yeah.
Ryan, oh my god.
I did watch that. I thought you were talking about Super for a second. I was like, no, I fucking didn't watch it.
I guess,
A new Super episode did drop today, didn't it?
It dropped last night.
Oh.
I didn't watch it because it was just a filler thing.
Apparently Gohan's getting his time to shine next arc.
Maybe.
I mean,
So I heard.
I'll watch it. I like him better than Trunks.
I do not like Gohan more than Trunks.
I always like Gohan.
I mean, you at least
I like-
appreciate
Oh
the
yeah,
fact
I liked Gohan up until... I can't wait till Dragon Ball Z Abridged when they get to the Buu arc.
Oh my goodness.
I cannot wait.
I was watching clips of like Mystic Gohan today. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I legitimately don't understand it.
Like, okay, here's Mystic Gohan. Mystic Gohan was stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Without any of the power absorption of Super Saiyan 3.
How did he get to that point, and why didn't he keep it?
He technically did keep it. He just doesn't train.
All right, so how did he get to that point? Because I saw him training with something called a Z sword. I don't know if that was canon or filler or what.
No, that's canon. It was with Elder Kai and Supreme Kai and shit.
What the fuck was he trying to accomplish?
I think it was if he broke the Z sword. No, he broke the Z sword and then the Elder Kai came out.
Mm-hmm.
What made him get the mystic powers?
Just training under him, wasn't it?
I think it was just the training.
Yeah.
And so they just named him Mystic Gohan because he trained under.
Well, I mean, like it was like a mystic thing, so they called him Mystic Gohan.
All right, I'll buy it. And then I watched the clip where he walked up to Super Boat. He's like, "Oh, fight you? No, I'm here to kill you." I was like, "Dude," like it was the way the voice. It was the way the voice actor like delivered the lines. Like, dude, I'm here to kill you. It cracked me up.
And I was like, yeah, Gohan's back. And then he went right back into obscurity.
He is like DBC Abridged puts it. He's the strongest in the world, but he still doesn't do shit.
Because that's why Future Trunks apparently was as strong as he was, because he also went to the Supreme Kai world and he did the Mystic thing.
All right, I'll buy it.
Power levels are still bullshit.
Power levels have always been bullshit.
Because Gohan didn't need to
Do
go.
you really think? Do you
I'm
really think
surprised
that
every time Gohan goes Super Saiyan because he didn't need to go Super Saiyan anymore.
that's
Every
true?
time Gohan goes Super Saiyan, it surprises me.
Well, sometimes he just gets pissed off.
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, do you really think though? Like, this is just for power levels or bullshit. Do you really think that Android 18 or 17 could take on Frieza?
Android 17?
Yeah.
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 How? How in God's green earth would he be able to body Frieza?
Because if you look at okay, Super Saiyan 1 Goku, fresh off of turning Super Saiyan, was bodying Frieza pretty good.
Yeah.
After about a year or so, when Frieza came to Earth, Goku was still stronger than Future Trunks, who took out Frieza.
Frieza was also weakened.
No, he was stronger.
I don't buy that for a fucking second. Just how I think that Metal Cooler was only stronger because there's like a fuck ton of him.
Well, I mean, you don't have
Well,
to
no,
buy
that
it.
was
Go
that
back
was
and
because
read it.
that was the big spaghetti
You know
star.
what I mean?
The big spaghetti star.
Yeah.
The Getty star.
Oh
The
wait,
big
no,
ghetto
it was
star.
a big ghetto star.
Wow.
Yeah.
I still love the Tree of Might the best. That's my favorite movie. That and Lord Slug.
I love how they're bringing all the movie people into Xenoverse too, because it's just cracking me up. Because all I'm just thinking about is Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
That's true. All right, so what we're gonna do now, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, jeez.
we're gonna do our character matchups,
Oh God!
and let's get ready to fucking rumble because we've got a broken ass character, and we don't know what challenger he will meet. So you're with us here now, live. I hope. Is anyone actually watching us live right now?
Add it.
You can check by looking at the call and then looking at the
Why is
bottom
The
right
Last
corner.
of Us? Why is The Last of Us trending on Facebook? I have to know.
Oh wait,
I has to know.
that's because of the DLC news.
The Last of Us getting a DLC?
I just said this like 20 minutes ago.
Oh no! They're saying will Sony announce Last of Us 2 at PSX?
Oh,
That's the article.
they've been spreading articles like that for like years.
You're talking about Uncharted 4 DLC, not The Last of Us DLC.
Oh yeah, same studio. Literally the same people. It's Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley. Same people.
Didn't they No, that was E3. Never mind. I was trying to think about where people were freaking out about Final Fantasy VII Remake being announced. They're like, it could do it. They could do it this year. I was like, there's no reason for them to do it. And then they did it. I was like, what the fuck? Last time I disbelieve leaks. All right, too. So let's go ahead and do our matchups then, though.
Okay.
So, George, who's your character, and who is facing Law?
The character who keeps flipping everyone off every time I talk.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about this. It's Cars, isn't it? It's Ultimate Cars.
It is Ultimate Cars.
All right, so
Is that like Lightning McQueen or?
look him up, Shelley. Look up a picture of Ultimate Cars.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
Like
You know
change
Lightning
my
McQueen's
character
dead,
to
right?
Lightning
From the new from the new Cars trailer.
Fucking dead. Oh, God. You will be fucking dead if you fight Cars, though. I'm gonna put a post in the group real fast.
This man looks majestic as fuck.
Oh my god. Bizarre adventure.
Why does everyone in JoJo's have to be like old as shit?
I have no clue.
I don't know. That is a trend, though. I'm gonna hashtag C&C Bros. They know who I'm talking
Like,
about.
no one has a normal lifespan.
This is also true. It's either too short or too long.
There's no in between, honestly.
Yeah. Jotaro lives a fair life.
Okay, so who would win? Ultimate Cars, who basically Shelly. Well, Drew, not Drew, fucking George. George, explain Ultimate Cars to Shelly, and then Shelly explain Trafalgar Law to Drew. I mean, fucking George, damn it! I don't know why the hell I'm saying Drew all of a sudden.
You love Drew, don't you, man?
No, I don't know what made me think about it. Maybe because we're talking about JoJo, and I was thinking about Drew.
Hey, George, is Drew Catholic?
Shut up.
No. Okay, so the deal with Cars is Cars is a particular breed of Pillar Man.
He's a vampire.
Essentially, yeah.
He's a higher vampire.
Oh, okay, so they're still doing that?
For a good minute. I won't even try to specify. Yeah, there's still Araki does that for like a good little bit. He accepts the Jesus. I read the comment on the post and I want to smash my head in. He accepts the stone mask, like the one you saw Dio take in part 1, except embedded in the stone mask is this thing called the Stone of Asia. And I guess if you took the Renegon and made it into a rock, that's what it is.
All I'm wondering is, why would Law be in space?
He won't be in space because Cars. We're saying if they're in the same point.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but he said Cars can't do much from space.
Yeah.
No, because
Cars, at the end of part 2, some mess happens to where Cars gets like lodged into space.
That's the only way they can stop him because he's that broken.
Oh, okay.
And there's an ongoing argument that
okay. Well, then
Cars.
this battle takes place in space.
I mean, space is an option for Law to defeat Cars, but
That's definitely an option.
It just depends on how he can achieve it by himself.
As a result, Cars becomes like, the ultimate life form, a la Shadow the Hedgehog. And he would be the best way to explain it. I guess he becomes like biologically composed and able to take on form and aspects of like every living organism.
What does that even mean?
It means he can become any part of any animal at any given time. He can take off parts of animal. He can make animals like squirrels like spawn from his body. He can make piranhas out of nothing and make them attack you. He can create life, and he is all life at one point. At the same time, he never ages, and he can outperform any animal or living organism's specific functions. He can do it better than they can. And he also has an
character.
He's broken as hell.
That's so creative.
Araki was just like easy button.
That's why they launched him into space. but like he's immortal. He instantly regenerates. The sun can't hurt him anymore because he's ascended beyond like a higher vampire. Like that doesn't apply to him anymore. And
he can use Hamon.
and he can use Hamon, which is basically the fucking ripple. He can use like energy that like you take in by breathing in, and he can like unleash it and like blow shit up and
he does
bend
the
shit.
thing the kids do in the Sunny D commercial where he unleashes the power of the sun.
That's what he does basically. So he is not faster than a jet, though. What are his weaknesses? Basically,
did you say he's not
smartish.
faster than a jet?
He's not that fast.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah, that's like okay.
He's not faster than a jet because the extent of Car's ability is that he can outclass any living organism. But if it's something that can outclass living organisms, like a machine, even cars can't do it. Because he's only as strong as what he embodies.
That sounds like a weakness.
I mean, it is, yeah.
Like that
sounds like someone who could be shot.
But
well, for the
he
sake
can't
of
be
argument,
shot because he's immortal.
For the sake
Like,
of the
you're
argument,
That's
it's
too broken.
living organisms and then Pillarman. As a Pillarman,
They should have kept that character the exact way he was, except for being immortal.
Well, and
I mean, yeah.
And the thing about Cars is at the very end, the reason he
Unless
lost,
he's one of those immortals that are immortal until you kill him.
No, you can't kill Cars, because his cells are constantly regenerating. Like, he can't die anymore. Even in space, like the thing about space, he went into space and he tried to do something, but his body was freezing.
No, he tried to use like air. He tried to propel himself back to the Earth by shooting out air, the way one of the other Pillarmen did it, through like tubes sticking out of his body. And
he can make his body turn into anything, like a.
How would he have produced the air?
That's the thing.
That's the thing. He couldn't because the vacuum of space, and that's why he ended up.
Yeah, it's like space is a vacuum.
Becoming a rock. Yeah.
Yeah, he basically was stuck in space outside of the atmosphere, and he just floats in space now, and he became a rock because he was so tortured by not being able to do shit that he just stopped thinking. He shut his brain off, but he's still alive technically because his cells are alive. But
One could argue that if he's fighting Ultimate Cars after all that happened, he would return to Earth and still be alive, but he'd be dumb as a doorknob, therefore unable to have the IQ he had before.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because before, the biggest thing about Cars wasn't his power, but that he was smart enough to like have knowledge of all these living beings from having lived as long as he has. But if he comes back and he's, dumb AF, then...
Well, Law's pretty broken too, and let Shelly explain to you Law's powers.
Oh no, he's not that broken.
No, Shelly, he's pretty broken. I can see how Law can turn this around, but we're going to have to go into hypotheticals.
Yeah, there's some hypotheticals that could work, but I don't even think the hypotheticals would work.
Oh, let me go ahead. Go explain, because I'm leaning towards Law, like, initially, because of something that I'm thinking about, specifically. But go and explain the OPO me.
All right.
Or no me.
Trafalgar D. Water Law has the OP no me, and it's pretty goddamn OP. It allows the user to create a space in which he can just do whatever the fuck he wants in there.
He can manipulate a set amount of space around him that he creates from his body. So basically, it's like if you were inside his room, that's what he calls it, room, and he cut like sections in the room, like even like if you're not close to him, if he just like went to town with his sword, he could separate your like body parts, and he
but
can
you
like
wouldn't be dead.
You wouldn't be dead. It doesn't kill you, but it just rearranges you, and he can play with your body as he like. Like, he could remove cancer from your body if he wanted to.
Yeah, that's where his knowledge as a doctor comes in, because he's also known as the surgeon of death.
And he rearranges people's bodies into like crazy combinations to where they aren't able to fight. Or he like swaps their body parts with like cannons on their heads or something to kill them. He can create like electric shocks in his space.
So it's like a mix between the Hand and Crazy Diamond, kind of.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Except it's not he can't heal you automatically like Crazy Diamond. Like he has to actually like do the surgery and stuff. But it makes it easier for him to maneuver around organs and whatnot. But he's still.
Well, I mean,
regular healing time is required.
Well, I mean, it's hardly even healing with Crazy Diamond. It's more like, regression. It does in Bleach. Something space time.
Exactly. But Law, like the big thing about Law, and I'm sorry, I'm stealing your thunder, Shelly.
That's cool.
The big thing about Law is that like he can like, depending on like how motivated he is and how much hockey he's using, his attacks can have more strength and piercing power, and he can spread his room to like be about the size of a mountain. We have seen him cut an island in half before, with one swing of his sword. Like he made a room that was that big that like encompassed an entire island, and it was a pretty
also clean through going through Virgo full body armament hockey,
which no one could really hurt Virgo because his hockey was out of this fucking world, like thicker than a Snicker kind of deal.
Yeah, he was like that dog.
Like, and my argument for this, since we presented these two characters, is that it comes down to how fast cars can react to room. Because cars' cells are always in flux, and if Law simply rearranged his body parts on different places, it wouldn't matter because cars could just rearrange his cellular structure to regain his original form.
Oh.
Okay, wait.
Now,
so when he's rearranging his like cells and shit, like is his body like just like separating and then coming back together? Like, can he do stuff like that?
he can come back together, but that's if it's like a clean cut. Now with Law's thing, the space between the body parts can't join together, and that's the thing I'm counting on.
There are two ways I can see Law winning.
If he just completely cut him in half and then like diced him up into small pieces and then like burned or did whatever something to the pieces.
The exact way that he beat Virgo is the exact way I would imagine that.
Because
like he wouldn't even have to kill him; he would just keep him separated.
And forever. And Law can also take out the heart of an individual, but that won't matter without cars.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter.
And that wouldn't matter for cars because cars could regenerate his heart.
Would he?
Yeah. See, that's what I was wondering. I was like, would he be able to regenerate his heart?
And I mean, as opposed to like taking it out and giving him the opportunity to regenerate it, replace it with something else. See what I mean?
Yeah, that's true too. But it's like cars, he could just like, like there's animals with like multiple hearts and whatever. He could just change his body composition to like fit in. Because you remember like how the Pillar Man, like Santana, or Santana? How he was like squeezing his entire body like goo and like the cracks of like the ceiling and like the ventilation system. He did that and he was still functioning as a living being. But cars can also do that to a greater scale, so I don't think it would matter if he like had a heart replaced because he could just, like make up space. But the thing about that is though, like you've got a lot of unknowns because if Law kept stealing parts of his body like organs, cars would run out of body eventually because he can't just bring those back to him because of Law's ability. Yeah. So eventually cars would start running on like limited amount of space, but the downside of that for Law is that Law has normal reaction time.
Yeah.
His armament hockey isn't that good, but isn't that good for like defense, but for offense it's perfect. So he can cut just about anything. if he tries hard enough. But it's still not even that amazing to where he could probably like. He could cut cars. Like, there's no doubt that he'd be able to cut cars in half because cars does not know any kind of hardening thing.
I think it's more of Law relies more on his devil fruit power than his hockey.
Exactly. Now, I think that like Law has a clear-cut way of winning if he can get cars to stand still or do something. Like if he can make his room big enough, like that's the thing. Like the reaction time between cars getting to Law and Law like manipulating his room, like what would be faster? That's what I think it boils down to. Because if the room's like as big as a mountain and cars is like turning into a bird or a cheetah or something to like rush Law, Law's got him. Because if there's enough space between them, and if Law can like react fast enough to swing his sword to like cut him in half, Cars is done because Cars is split in half. But then, that being the case, Cars can also produce like animals and shit to come out of his body, but that also spreads him thin. So,
well, I mean,
he could like.
If he got his room to be as big as a mountain, even if he did just like, create all those animals and shit, Law could just transport them somewhere else.
But what if Law didn't notice the animals he transformed? And what if he sent like a rabbit, like fucking Wolverine, like out
Law
of
knows
out
what's happening in his room.
Yeah,
that's true because he does have observation hockey too.
So.
He has observation hockey too, so he'd be able to sense hostile intent.
Okay.
Or to a degree, he could sense it, but he can't react to it necessarily. So, honestly, I'm going to give my personal opinion. I think the edge goes to Law because they're just based on Cars' body structure. I think there's like a clear way for Law to win, but I think honestly it comes down to like almost a near tie because whoever gets to the other person first wins because Law can't take a hit from Cars because Cars would fucking destroy him in an instant. Because Cars can actually like has the ability like to go inside of Law and like fuck him up faster than he can react. So you sneezing, George?
Are these orgasms?
No, I'm not. They say bless you.
Did I? I didn't hear it, bless you.
Shut up, Brian.
Anyway, so what would you say, George? Do you think Cars or Law would win? And then what would you say, Shelly? What do you think Cars or Law would win?
I'd probably lean towards Cars.
Yeah. To me, it's one of those...
Because there's too many what-ifs for Law.
You're right. Because I was giving Law the edge. But Cars has too many ways to win versus Law has a very, specific way. Yeah.
Laws is really based on situation, and granted there are ways for him, more than it seems, for him to win against Cars. You also have to ask yourself, is this ultimate Cars, before or after space? If it's after space,
his reaction time is going to be slower.
Yeah, he's going to have to take some time to kind of get back in there. But if we're talking about before space, then it's pretty stacked against them.
And I think that's a fair assumption. I'm leaning towards Law, personally, because I think, but I also had to consider Cars as tactician mind, and I think that he definitely, because Law's been out tactician, he's been out maneuvered by Doflamingo, and Doflamingo's not that good of a tactician. He's just a good manipulator.
If you're a good manipulator, that makes you a pretty damn good tactician.
I mean, it gives you the possibility of being a good tactician, but Doflamingo just knows how to pull Law strings, no pun intended.
I was like, dude, that was a pun.
It was. But I'll go ahead and concede, and I'll say that Cars would win this round just because Law has a lot to overcome, and I don't think that Cars would give him an opening after realizing how his power worked, because if Law doesn't get him the first time, he's not going to get him a second time.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so glad Neji didn't get picked for this one.
Oh no, Neji would have been trashed. So yeah.
Neji would have died again.
So how are we going to try and do this again next time? What was your idea initially, Shelley?
Oh, it was pretty much this. Unless if you wanted to just make it wild and crazy, just like no one do research.
And then we just research it at the time and just go off of like what we know.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun. I do like the randomness of these matchups though, because what I think you should do, like from now on, like just in case we get like a situation where it would have been like Neji versus fucking the world.
I was going to do that next.
Well, where it would have been like just unbelievably like one-sided, I think that you should prepare another character. Because I do want, some of them can be like premeditated and where you guys can agree on two people that are evenly matched, but I also want to do like a random round. So we might just end up doing two from now on. Just a random and then a premeditated one. A wild card, if you will.
Okay.
But yeah, I think since George has stuff to do tonight, that we can go ahead and call it a stream. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about besides Overwatch and Sun and Moon.
Be seeing y'all again on Tuesday
when the game comes out, and I think
yeah.
I'll go ahead and say that, like, because I'm probably not getting home until like 3 o'clock, because I got to go get this fucking game. But let's stream. Let's aim to stream around 8 p.m. If you guys can do that.
All right.
Wait, what day?
Tuesday.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday at about 7 or 8 p.m. We'll let you guys know in the IGN group and any other social media that my friends are using besides Facebook. Would love to have more of you guys out here. Watch our shit. We like talking to you. We like hearing from our fans. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and sign off now. So everybody say your piece. Your one piece. Say your goodbyes.
Oh, God. I don't like all this pressure.
High School DxD. Goodbye.
Remember, we talked about hentai.
Guys.